Have you ever wondered how an underdog, facing immense numerical and industrial disadvantages, managed to sustain a protracted conflict for long years? It was not solely due to strategic brilliance or unwavering resolve. Geography played a profoundly critical role in Confederate defense, providing natural barriers that significantly hindered Union advances and allowed the South to maximize its limited resources. The sheer vastness of the Confederate territory, combined with its challenging terrain, created inherent advantages for defensive operations. The primary reason geography was so crucial lay in the Confederacy's strategic defensive posture. With a smaller population and industrial base, the South could not realistically aim to conquer the North. Instead, its objective was to survive, wear down Union resolve, and compel recognition of its independence. Natural features like rivers, mountains, and dense forests served as formidable obstacles, forcing Union armies to spend more time and resources on logistics and movement. The Appalachian Mountains, for instance, essentially divided the eastern and western theaters, making coordinated Union offensives incredibly difficult. Major rivers such as the Mississippi, the Tennessee, the Cumberland, and the James, while offering potential transportation routes, often presented significant navigational challenges, narrow crossing points, and opportunities for Confederate fortifications, turning them into defensive lines. Furthermore, the sheer scale of the Confederate landmass meant Union forces had to conquer and occupy immense stretches of territory, stretching their supply lines thin and exposing them to guerrilla warfare and local resistance. Understanding this geographic influence helps us grasp why certain campaigns unfolded as they did. When studying key battles, always consider the terrain. Note the presence of rivers that might have slowed an advance, or mountain passes that channeled troops into predictable attack routes. Look for instances where commanders used local topography to their advantage, building earthworks on high ground or utilizing swamps and dense woods to mask movements. This perspective allows you to see how the Confederate strategy was deeply intertwined with the land itself. Beyond just natural features, the Confederacy also benefited from its interior lines of communication. While Union armies had to operate on extended external lines around the periphery of the South, Confederate forces could often move troops and supplies more directly and rapidly between different theaters, albeit limited by their railway infrastructure. This interior advantage, combined with defensible geography, allowed them to concentrate forces more effectively against Union incursions. A notable example is the Vicksburg Campaign, where the steep bluffs overlooking the Mississippi River provided a natural fortress that proved incredibly difficult for Union forces to overcome for months. Ultimately, the South's geography offered a strategic blueprint for defense, buying time and imposing significant costs on the Union. It transformed the landscape into an ally, compelling Union forces to fight on unfavorable terms, prolonging the conflict, and allowing the Confederacy to sustain its fight against overwhelming odds for longer than its inherent strengths might suggest. Recognizing this geographic dimension is key to understanding the full scope of Confederate military strategy.